he's lifting his head. Made it to Petermann Island. So many penguins.
We're gonna walk on the left.
Hey everyone, my name is Catherine and welcome to my channel. I am doing a 2-week Antarctica trip with Quark Expeditions and I'm doing a daily video just filming my experience here in Antarctica. I'm actually filming this the night before because my mornings tend to be very quick and I'm just already like having breakfast and going out and there's not much time. So just in case, I'm letting you all know that today is March 7th or day 6 because we got on the ship on March 2nd and we are doing some zodiac cruises along with actually going on land, and I will update you all as I know more information about where we're going and what that area is known for and all of that. So thank you all so much for watching and stay tuned. Oh, he's lifting his head. So the following morning, we went on a zodiac cruise and we were able to see a crab-eater seal, and these seals are primarily found in pack ice surrounding Antarctica. Despite their name, they mainly feed on krill, and they're also very highly specialized for their icy habitat, where their streamlined bodies and flippers are able to enable them to be efficient in swimming and diving, and they can live to about 40 years old.
I am behind.
This was also a very exciting zodiac cruise because we were able to see the Adélie penguin for the first time. As you can see there, there's the Gentoo with the little bonnet on its head and the bright beak. And then there's the Adélie, which are more just black and white and have that black beak. This was the last of the 3 penguin species that Quark said we would be able to see. But Quark said there is a chance and a high chance we might not see these penguins at all. So the fact that there were so many here was so exciting. And this penguin is actually named after an explorer's wife, I believe. So that's a fun fact. And we also saw humpback whales on the way back. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're back again because you've been watching my Antarctica series, then hello again. Today is March 7th and it is day 6 of our cruise because we got on technically March 2nd. And I'm just starting out this video. It is 11:43, so I woke up, got ready for the day, had breakfast, went out on a zodiac ride, and now I'm chilling a little bit before having lunch and then going back out. So if you've seen my videos so far, you know that there's a theme now with my cruise here with Quark Expeditions. The first 2 days were sea days with a surprise zodiac cruise at the end of the second day, and then the days after that, so the last couple of days, we have a zodiac cruise and possible landing, which means you actually go on the shore in the mornings at around 9 a.m. and then in the afternoons after lunch. So today has been a very calm and beautiful day, but it's very overcast, and at certain points when we were out there was a light mist. And because it's so cloudy, they always assess the employees and expedition leaders at Quark. They go out before us guests do and assess the area around and see if the landing site where you go on shore is suitable for this particular day for people to go out. And there's only very few spots in Antarctica where it is okay for tourists to go on and walk around because, you know, Antarctica is such an isolated place, very heavily protected, and it's just such a like rugged and harsh environment. So there's only so many spots where we can go, and the one spot around here, it's a rather small spot apparently, and it was just too cloudy today, so we didn't go out on the land. But that's fine because I still really love to zodiac cruise, and I went on land twice yesterday and it was a lot, so but really fun. But anyway, that is the update. So we always have the schedule for what we're doing on our phones. because there is some limited service and Wi-Fi on the ship, and I've been able to text people back home, which I did not expect. But anyway, so we went to the Yalour Islands, so that's Yalour Islands. They were discovered and named after Jean-Baptiste Charcot's French Antarctic expedition of 1903 to 1905. The low-lying islands are scattered over a distance of 2.4 kilometers or 1.5 miles and are home to the breeding Adélie penguins. Grounded icebergs are also common in this area. So yes, Adélie penguins, there are 3 types of penguins that we are set to see on this expedition given the part of Antarctica that we're in. The first is the Gentoo penguins, which have the really bright webbed feet and the beak, and they're like black with like a white spot here kind of above their eyes, which we saw a lot of yesterday. There's also the chin strap penguins, which are more white, and they have like black kind of behind their head and their back, and they have like a chin strap line that goes like under their beak, so it looks like a chin strap. And then the last penguin is the, I want to say it correctly, the Adélie penguins, and the voyage made it seem like we might see them, but there's not a high chance. So it was a very nice surprise that we were able to see them today, because we've seen a good amount of chin strap penguins. We've seen a lot of the Gentoo penguins, especially yesterday, but it was really good to see the 3rd penguin. And I'm surprised. I just assumed, you know, the famous emperor penguin, that's the penguin we'd see the most of, or we'd see like to some extent. But apparently they live more inland in Antarctica, whereas like we're on the peninsula and we're mostly going to different islands. Yesterday we did actually go onto the continent of Antarctica, like the main piece, because there's Antarctica and then there's a little peninsula that goes up, and we've actually went on the peninsula that's attached to the main part. But apparently like these 3 species of penguins are more up north, but then the emperor penguins live more like in Antarctica, which is harder to get to as a human, but also on a ship. But yeah, so we got to explore this area, saw a lot of beautiful icebergs. Today was the day of time lapses for me. I don't know why, just for some reason today I woke up and have been taking time lapses, so I'm going to include that in this video. And again, the Adélie penguins, we also saw a, I think it was a king, what's it called, king crab eater seal, or something to do with king crabs and the name seal. We saw that guy, and he was sleeping on an iceberg as well. And we even saw some whales at the end. Humpback whales are the most common around here, so that those are the main whales that we saw. And again, we saw a lot of penguins. We saw, I think, all 3 today, but the most exciting ones were the ones we haven't seen yet. And yeah, that's kind of the update with my Zodiac cruise. It was about an hour and a half, and also my guide was saying like right now we are in the summer in Antarctica, because like I'm from the United States, so because like I'm north of the equator, so my summers are like what, June through August, and then it's winter like this time of year, February, March. Well, March is starting to be spring, but it's flipped. So because Antarctica is south of the equator, and it's so south of the equator, it's the seasons are flipped, and then obviously it's much colder here than like other parts that are closer to the equator. But anyway, because it's summer here, like it's possible to go here. There's no tours that go in the winter, but my guide was saying like all the water that we were cruising on today in the winter here is completely ice. There's no water, which is crazy to think about. So no wonder, especially for that reason, why people don't come here, because there's no water for the boats to like go through and sail. But that's one fun little fact that I learned about, and that's really the update for what I've done today. Let me check for what we're doing or where we're going later today. So yeah, we have lunch at 12:30, which is in 40 minutes, and then we hope to land in Zodiac cruise at the Petermann Island. So I think we're gonna start going out around 2:30, she said, and everything's always weather dependent, so we'll see how that goes, if we just cruise or if we cruise inland, or if whatever changes happen. But yeah, and what's funny is like a lot of these islands and things are named after like British or like other European white men that came here and were explorers and had expeditions here and everything. So it's just kind of funny, and a lot of these names aren't very creative. Like, I went to a history lesson the other day here on the ship in the evening, and there's so many like King George things around here, so it's not very creative, which is like, I don't know. But anyway, that is the update with that. So I've already been talking for a long time, but I will talk to you later when I am doing something interesting, most likely on a Zodiac. Okay, bye.
Then having to pay to take all of that equipment and take the building down.
Made it to Petermann Island. So many penguins. An hour and 15 here. Oh. 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 He wants to eat, and they eat by vomiting in their mouths. Oh, that's quite something. You can see the ship over there, and then that is the Argentinian hut. What's it called? Relief station? Yeah, just be put up wherever without knowing borders or territories. Oh, still eating. These guys are so curious. Hi. It's like covered on this rock and the floor. It's covered right over here. It's all their feathers from molting. Look at all this.
Every spring.
I didn't know penguins were so messy. Look at you. You're mid-molt. Look at all that.
Oh, he's down there now. He's down for the count. Alright. You want to move on? Oh, you burped.
Yeah, we're gonna walk on the left side over here.
They look like they fly.
They fly.
Okay, yeah.
The flying cost is pretty high. They have to move the wings a lot. But they
Yeah.
are very good divers. They go as deep as 150 meters.
Oh, wow. Hey everyone, okay, I am back in my room now after the last excursion. We did a Zodiac cruise and also a landing, and we went to Petermann Island like I had mentioned. So they had cleared it for a landing, and normally we cruise first and then we go on shore and land, and we do like an hour hour 15 one and the other, and usually we cruise first and then we end off with the land, but this time we switched it, and I know that they do that so that there's only like, there's regulations where you can only have like 100 or something people per, like at a time at each landing site, which makes sense. They're trying to protect the environment, so that's why they do like half the people cruising while the other half is at the landing site, and then they switch. And now we got to do the landing site first, and it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of penguins, so many penguins, which was pretty cool. There was mostly Gen 2 penguins, and I didn't catch this, but Gen 2 penguins, one thing they do during mating season is the boys will get like a pebble or rock and give it to the girl as like, you know, thing to impress them and win them over. And there was some actually doing that, and it is not the right time of year for penguins to be doing that because mating season's done and like the penguins have been hatching or hatched already. But a guide nearby was saying that it's sometimes instinctual, or they do it to, oh, there's penguins outside in the water just like bobbing up and down as I'm recording this in front of the window. But sometimes they do that also to claim territory, so it's not always for like, you know, coming up on mating season, which I thought was interesting. There's also like feathers everywhere because they are molting right now, a lot of them, and it's a very like itchy and uncomfortable process for them as like the feathers are trying to come off. And I just like so badly wanted to like scratch them to like get the feathers off, but obviously we can't touch the penguins or disturb like naturally what they're doing. But anyway, that was the experience on Petermann Island. We were there for like an hour and 15, and then there was also like a hut that the Argentinians put there as a way to like claim the territory, because Argentina's like, we're the closest to Antarctica, so Antarctica is ours, although that's not how it works. And like Antarctica, Chile, and Great Britain would do this a lot apparently back in the day with expeditions, and even as early, like late as the 1980s, they would just put huts and like claim islands as their own when there's no like official sovereignty or anything like that. So there was an Argentinian hut that was used for like emergency purposes there, that red house, which was interesting. But we did that, and then on the way back we saw so many humpback whales. Like, we've been seeing a lot of them. We've been pretty lucky with the calm weather and water and low wind, but today there was a lot of whales. Of course, I've been learning that if your like battery is cold, it dies faster. So my iPhone battery died, and then my other camera, my big camera, after that one and only like rainstorm we had, is still not working. And then this camera, I'm like so paranoid now about like cameras and not like, you know, damaging them, because it was sprinkling slash like light rain at times. So I put this camera away, and then there was a rain cover, and it was like tricky, and it was fogging up, and so I didn't get any good footage of the whales, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm sorry about that, but I have a lot of other whale footage, and sometimes it's also just good to soak in the moment. And a lot of people, like my friend, got a lot of footage, so I could always take that from her because she let me, or it would let me. We're still on this trip. But there was a moment where there's like 3 to 4 whales depending at a time, and there's a moment I was at the front of the Zodiac, because how it's situated is there'll be like 4 or 5 and then 4 or 5 on the side, and me and my friend were at the front, and then the guides in the back. And there's a moment where the whales, I'm not kidding, were like 5 to 10 feet from our Zodiac, and they came up, and we knew they were in the area, but we didn't know they were that close, and they scared us. We all jumped and screamed, and my Zodiac driver said she like almost has to change her pants now. So that was really funny. But anyway, that was a lot of fun. We got to basically just spend an hour whale watching. We got the best experience with the whales, and we got to get so close to them. But anyway, now we're back, and so it's 6:26. We have a recap and briefing where they, you know, the guides and everything, the expedition staff, go over what we saw today and what we're learning and what we're doing tomorrow. And then we have dinner, and then there's some kind of talk after dinner as well, so usual stuff. So I'll show you what happens for the rest of the night, but again, the main stuff is obviously when we're out cruising. But yeah, I'll see you when something interesting happens later today, if it does, honestly. But I think I definitely got a good amount of footage earlier today, and yeah, it's been a good day 6. Yeah, day 6. And by the way, tomorrow's my birthday, March 8th, day 7 of this voyage, which is wild because it's a big number. I'm turning 30. It's not even right on your 30, which is kind of scary. I have mixed feelings about it, and it doesn't feel real because I feel very young. Like I'm a late bloomer, I look young, everyone doesn't believe me when I say my age, but it's true. But also I know that a lot of people say the 30s like is more clarity, it's not as difficult because the 20s you're really learning about yourself, and 30s you're more confident. So I'm hoping for that, and that's what I'm manifesting. But honestly, when I am thankful for a lot of things in my life, and also to be celebrating. I'm doing this, I'm posting videos about travel on YouTube. Travel is one of my favorite things in the world, and to be able to spend my 30th in Antarctica, my last continent, with one of my closest and longest friends, like, yeah. So I need to not worry about the number, and more so like the experience, I'm able to have it and where I'm spending my birthday. But that is the update. I've been talking for a while, like always, so I'll see you when something interesting happens, or if not, then tomorrow, which would probably be a separate video. So see you later. Bye.
They hang on each side of the pallet. They are very tough structures, and they work as a filter to keep the prey in the mouth and squeeze the water out.
Hey everyone, okay, I am back, and I'm just ending this video, and I ended up just going to dinner and then doing the whole recap briefing. That was actually before dinner. Then I had dinner, and then I just went to the bar talk where the stand-up paddleboard instructor was actually in a movie. Like, he was a background in one movie that was really fun to see, called something to do with bird watching, the bird year, the big year, something like that. But anyway, that is the end of my day. I'm gonna get ready for bed and go to bed and I feel like tomorrow's gonna be a very full day with like my birthday, kayaking. There's a possibility of a polar plunge tomorrow, which I don't know if I'm gonna do. I'm really back and forth about that, but I'm just feeling like tomorrow's gonna be a lot and I'm tired, so I'm gonna get to bed and yeah, have tomorrow be started with good spirits and excited to have such a crazy birthday being in Antarctica. Thank you so much for watching day 6 on my Antarctica cruise, and I hope to see you in day 7's video. Bye.